Hey Amy, welcome back to the last episode of this series. Thanks POV, I opened my eyes and rubbed them. I wasn't feeling well today, that's why I woke up late today. And Mrs. Lee also didn't woke me up. I looked towards the wall clock. Taehyung freak 9:30. I sat straight and looked beside me. Last night again I had a nightmare, but then I felt something coming, like someone was there with me. Maybe Jungkook? I sat straight, looked beside me. Last night again I had a nightmare, but then I felt something coming, like someone was there with me. Maybe Jungkook? I slapped my mind, my head. What am I even thinking? Even if it was someone, it could be Granny, not the monster of this house. I sighed and went to the take shower. After shower, I came in the room, sat down on the bed with medicine box. I was having fever plus headache. After taking medicine, I laid down and closed my eyes. Tete, get up and have your breakfast, Mrs. Lee said. Granny, please don't disturb me. I want to sleep. I will eat something when I want to. I said, and Mrs. Lee walked out of my room. Time escape. I opened my eyes and sat straight. I checked the time, and within my eyes it was 4:34. It was 4:45 p.m. Gosh, how can I sleep this much? I got up and then went inside the bathroom to wash my face. I came back while wiping my face. I was still not feeling well. I said, go to the doctor. Managed to get up from bed and went to downstairs and heard someone walking inside from the front door. Maybe someone from Minho who we are thinking him, but Jungkook, Taehyung, you. Jungkook, yes. I shook my head and walked from there to Mrs. Lee because I don't want to break more rules. He sat on the couch. Jungkook, Taehyung, I will go and change, then we will go. I looked at him in confusion. What? Where? I asked, getting worried. Why is he talking to me and want to go somewhere with me? Jungkook, hospital. You're not well. Jungkook's POV, I had an important meeting. That's why I had to go at morning, but I came early. As before going office, I checked on Taehyung and he was having fever. In office, I tried not to think about it, but all the time in the meeting, I was getting worried for Taehyung, so I came early. Thanks, POV. Okay, I said, and he nodded and went up the stairs. I sat down on the couch waiting for him. Time escaped. We are coming from hospital. Doctor gave me so many medicines. About Jungkook was driving car while I was staring at him. Why is he behaving strange? Next day, Jungkook's POV. I was at my office checking some important files. I looked up and closed my eyes. I was so tired today. I opened my eyes and sighed. I am thinking about him. He is beautiful. I tried to ignore this all, but to be honest, he is. And I like this smile. I mean, as a friend, we can be friends, right? I leaned back and put my head back. I closed my eyes and remember last night, Jungkook's POV flashback. After coming from hospital, I went back to my office, and when I came back home again, it was raining outside. I came inside the living room and saw no one. I went upstairs and went inside my bedroom, changed my clothes and went to check Taehyung again. Saw no one in Taehyung's room. I frowned and checked the whole house. Where is he? Fear rushed inside my body. Did he run away? I hurriedly grabbed my car keys and was about to went out when I saw Mrs. Lee. I approached her. As she saw me, she smiled and bowed a little. Hello, Mrs. Lee. Mrs. Lee, hello, Mr. Jeon. Have you seen Taehyung? Mrs. Lee, he is in garden, sir. Thank you, Mrs. Lee. I came out and went to the garden. As I entered inside, I saw him. His arms were open, eyes closed. A smile on his face because of the rain. He got wet. I walked towards him, not caring that I was getting wet. I reached near him. He opened his eyes and looked at me. He was shocked after seeing me. Taehyung, why are you? What are you doing here? I am sorry. I didn't mean to break the rule. I didn't knew you will come here. He stuttered, still thinking about the rules. Taehyung, I should told you this. Please don't think about the rules too much. And I guess I should ask you this. He looked down. Let's go, I said. He nodded. We started walking, but because the ground was wet, Taehyung slipped. I was fast enough to catch him in my arms. He had closed eyes. His small fingers were clenching my sword. He was looking like a small baby. He slowly opened his eyes and looked directly into my eyes. We made eye contact. His eyes were so beautiful that I can't explain. Like we came in reality and looked at that side where the sun came from. We saw Mrs. Lee with the phone smiling. I made them stood straight. She smiled at us. I sighed and looked beside me, but saw no one. I looked down and saw Taehyung sitting on the ground. What happened? I'm tired, Taehyung said. Who told you to come here? I love rain and I was getting bored inside the house, he said with a wide smile. I shook my head and gave him a hand. He looked up at me with a surprised look. Taehyung, you go, I'll come after some time. I rolled my eyes and went down. You are not well, Taehyung. I will fall down and can't walk now, Taehyung said, pouting. I ignored him and picked him up. In better style, I started walking towards inside the house. Taehyung put me down, Jungkook, but you are tired, Taehyung, and also sick. Taehyung, no, I'm not. Okay, you don't have to do this all for me. I don't want to bother you. I know he afraid of him, so I nodded and made him stand up. I looked straight and maintained my cold aura. I glanced at him and saw him pouting. Flashback and I glanced when I remember that face of Taehyung. He is cute. I mean, so cute. Wait, I should do work. What am I thinking? Others POV, it has been a month. Jungkook's behavior has been changed a lot. He doesn't care about the rules anymore. All he cares about Taehyung and his health. Now, in this time period, Taehyung did a lot of auditions with the help of Yoongi and finally got selected. Also, he met Minho 2 times in this whole month, but he still didn't said anything about his father's hurtful behavior. Today, Taehyung woke up that Saturday morning not feeling very well. His stomach twisted and turned with Willie rising in his throat once a while. However, never escaped his stomach. Today he was going back to the director of the musical, but not to the stage, to the rehearsal space. He was going to meet some of the cast. Thinking about it all made his stomach twist. Was first impression were not an easy thing. This guy, his ghost actor, has also worked with some real talent, and Taehyung, it is his first big project. He is nervous. Taehyung was excited to meet someone with such a skill, but nervous overpowered it all. After getting ready, Taehyung came downstairs, but he is missing something. His granny, Mrs. Lee. That's right, Mrs. Lee is back in Seoul. Reminded himself he feels his heart is missing his only family. Well, that's not completely true. He has the whole jeon family with him, beside him, with He realized it or not, yesterday Taehyung had a very good time with Hobie, but still, no one can take Granny's place, right? After breakfast, Taehyung went to his workplace with Yoongi as Jungkook left for his office early in the morning and called his Hyung to go to with Taehyung. At workplace, Taehyung met his other lead actor Park Jimin. He put out his hand and they did accept it. And you are him, Taehyung? The lead. Taehyung did not nod his head at him. Well, we are going to get to know each other really well because I'm the lead's love interest. Jimin said and left with a wink, and Taehyung left thinking how he is going to work this fluttery man. Meanwhile, Yoongi was keep looking at Jimin like he saw some. Time escaped. Next 10:45, Taehyung walked on to Dr. Jeon Minho's office for his weekly therapy session. God, it has felt like forever. So much has happened since the last time he saw him. Taehyung thought to himself. The last time he saw Minho was 2 weeks ago before going to his audition. For some reason, Taehyung feels like a new, changed person after all this therapy and Jungkook's behavior, changed behavior. This session he feels he feels ready to talk about his past trauma as known as his father. Taehyung gently knocked on the office door. He heard a soft come in. Taehyung turned the gold-plated doorknob and pushed the door. Sitting at his desk, Minho sat, looking at on his computer. He quickly turned it off and smiled towards Taehyung. Hey, hi, Hyung. Taehyung replied. He got up from his desk and walked towards Taehyung, giving the boy a nice hug. I heard about the job you got. Congratulations. Minho rejoins. He seems happy today. Thank you, Hyung. Taehyung said. You know what? Minho said, moving towards his chair. Why don't we get started? Sure. Taehyung's heart started to beat faster. He never confessed something this heavy on purpose. It is hard. So tell me about your weeks. First of all, well, it wasn't easy at first. I was called on for the audition, and Taehyung said all about his week. Taehyung also told me new about all Jungkook, how his behavior is changed, how he is caring. I was just shocked because he would be caring for me. He was awful to me when we first met. Why did he care all of a sudden? But he said he was offering an ear to listen to my problems. So through the door, I told him and what happened to me about my problems related work and how I was afraid of him. He kind of started ranting about his life and he confessed something he really didn't want to. Why were you afraid of Jungkook? You could have also shot back at him. Minho asked. I was saying how I get myself into this situation where I just got hurt. My mother left and ran away when I was 14. This is when my father started to hurt me. Taehyung finally said, tears pricked the corner of his eyes. It was hard to think about, but his heart has already lifted significantly. Minho, being a trained punchologist, said, you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. No, I feel like I do. The only person that ever knew about was the living granny, Mrs. Lee. She would stand by the side and watch as my father would get beat me and call me Willie names. They have told everything, and then one of the reason I never told anyone, especially afterward, is that I don't want people telling me how brave I am or how sorry they are that I went through something like that for 10 years. It feels like a reminder of how alone in this I am. They said, eh, I know it, it is difficult and isolating. I can feel it being in a busy relationship of any kind of stressful and isolating. I believe the reason you feel this way is that you don't find yourself brave when you said. After season Taehyung was released, he did cry while all of this and Minho helped him a lot. Thank you Hyung for helping me. You did so well, Tae. Thank you for coming. I'll see you later. Minho finally says, ushering Taehyung back onto the world. At work, would go to the board meeting with new investors or partners, visit apartments, do some paperwork before everything. Work was his life. Now he feels like he is sharing his life. He also soon grew to hate eating his lunch alone. There was a time in his life when he would eat every meal alone. Just the thought made him shudder. He would go visit him if he could. However, Taehyung's real space wasn't very close to his building, and nobody knows about their arranged marriage. Some days he was hyper focused, listening to every word a person said and filling out every paper in a few minutes. Other times he would get distracted and look out the window 5 minutes, 5 times in 10 minutes, only to for nothing to be there. Those days wasn't the easiest. Other days, Jungkook would come too close to missing meeting he had or forgetting one signature. Luckily, his new assistant is wonderful, and on top of everything, for him, he his new favorite mode and from the distraction when Jungkook thinks about Taehyung. While Taehyung tried to forget that fact that his feelings for Jungkook are starting to grow, he doesn't want to make it feel like he is relying on him as support. After all the trauma, doesn't want to view him as his hero. However, that was quite easy since he didn't save him from anything. He also doesn't want to form these feelings for him because he was there or because Jungkook comforts him and tries to understand him. Every time he tells himself he doesn't actually have romantic feeling for Jungkook, he would remind himself all of the good things Jungkook has been doing and how good Jungkook make him feel. Thanks POV, it was 8:45 p.m. and Jungkook hasn't came yet. I was waiting for him in the living room. After waiting for some time, I heard door open. I walked towards the door and revealed Jungkook. He was looking tired. I brought water for him. After he drank the water, he went upstairs. He looked so tired, sneezed, God, I should call him for dinner. I went upstairs and then came inside his room. Jungkook was sitting on bed while rubbing his temple. He looked so stressed. I went to him and kept my hand on his shoulder. He looked up to me in confusion. Taehyung, have your dinner first, then You can take a rest, Jungkook. I don't have appetite, Taehyung, but you have to eat dinner. It's not good to skip your meals. That is what you have told me whenever I didn't eat. It's bad for your health. You should eat your meals at Jungkook. Okay, fine. I'll have my dinner happy. I smiled widely and nodded while he just shook his head and went inside the bathroom. I went downstairs and heat up the food while walking for my husband. Yeah, my husband. I'm happy to call him sometimes my husband. And about the dinner, as Granny is not here, so I am doing all this. As today I had no work, he came downstairs and sat on the chair. I served him the food also served for me. We started eating silently, but suddenly I sneezed. Jungkook looked at me. Jungkook, you got cold? I nodded slowly. He spoke and continued eating. After dinner, he went upstairs while I was doing the dishes. After that, I also went upstairs and saw him working on his laptop. I went inside the bathroom and took shower. We were sharing one room because of my nightmares. Jungkook gave the idea to share the room with him as Granny is not here. I came out and saw Jungkook staring at my direction. I followed his gaze and saw him looking at my legs. I wiped my eyes and called him Jungkook. He came in reality and cleared his throat before looking at my face. Taehyung, you should take rest. He nodded and shut off his laptop before placing it on its place. First take a steam as you are having cold, Jungkook said and went back to the downstairs bring me steam water and I did take steam. He lay down and while I did my night routine and also laid beside him. His back was facing me. I was not sleepy, so I sat up and took my phone and earbuds. I played some song and went through some photos, my rehearsals, some musicals and the little good memories while thinking about my life and feelings. I am growing for Jungkook. After 2.5 hours, Taehyung was still trying to sleep, but he couldn't. He was feeling hot and needy, and his husband, Jungkook, beside him was not helping at all. Jungkook's changed behavior and now his caring nature was making Taehyung fall for him. His husband hard, but they just can't ask for it, although they are good now, but their relation is far from a married couple. They did not even kiss once. How can they just want to have a physical relationship with Jungkook and when he doesn't know himself if Jungkook would also want it or not? Because of this, all Taehyung was keep turning his side in the bed and once again he take a turn facing Jungkook, who was sleeping peacefully with no care of the world. Today Jungkook had a bad day at office and this is why his mood was spoiled, but sleeping here with his wife was something that made Jungkook calm and he was having a best sleep while Taehyung was staring at his husband's pulpy lips. He wanted to feel it slowly. His desire became unbearable and Taehyung unknowingly started leaning towards Jungkook. And the magic happened. Taehyung touched his husband's lip with his own and something more happened that shocked Taehyung and scared him to his every single skin. Shake. Jungkook held Taehyung's waist and pulled him more closer. Jungkook's eyes were still closed, but he started kissing Taehyung passionately. It is so good, Jungkook murmured. Taehyung cried in feeling when Jungkook pressed himself on Taehyung's while their lips were still dancing with each other. I I'm sorry Taehyung for hurting you. At first, Jungkook said when he got back from the kiss, but his hand were still on Taehyung's waist and Taehyung put his hand on Jungkook's chest. Then why did you did it? They asked. Because I was mad at you. I thought you could have said no to this all, but slowly I felt guilty for doing all this. And when I got to know about your past, I was mad at myself. I am sorry. They please forgive me. Jungkook confessed. And how did you come to know about my past? Oh, that actually father told me about it when I started having feelings for you and was curious about your past. Father told me that your father treated you bad and all the things that happened in your past. I was feeling more guilty for not understanding you and hurting you. I'm so sorry, Thay. Okay, I will. But will you? But you will have to earn my forgiveness, Taehyung said with a smirk. I will. Just tell me what I have to do to get your sorry. Jungkook asked, make me feel loved. Do something for my desire, but only when you want it, Taehyung said slyly while making a small circle on his husband's chest. Jungkook laughed as his cute wife. You're cute, my love, Jungkook said and they within his eyes. Did you call me love? They stuttered. Yeah, I am having feeling for you, They. Jungkook confessed. Me too, they said softly and Jungkook, you too what? Jungkook asked while he started leaving kisses on Taehyung's neck. That I am started having feelings for you, they managed to say while suppressing his cry. They, you said you will forgive me if I make you feel loved. Yeah, Taehyung again managed to say. Wise as Jungkook started giving down and leaving kiss on Taehyung's skin while pulling his nightdress up. I also want something in return, Jungkook said and mark on Taehyung's neck. Ah, what? Taehyung cried and asked. This. Don't stop this voice coming out, Jungkook said and Taehyung felt so hurt as he was all red by his husband's words. But Taehyung nodded at him and Jungkook again did mark on his neck. I need words, dear love. Another mark they felt on his corner of lip. Okay. And then there was something deep and hard was his husband's lips. I'm going to make you feel all loved and do good, Jungkook whispered in Taehyung's ear while Mark him there too. And in the moment they were out of their nightdress, please do something, Cook. Taehyung was getting impatient. Oh, I love it. They call me again by this name, Jungkook said, preparing for the real work. Cook, please. The next day, Tae was sleeping peacefully in his husband's arm. I love it, Tae. Now I understand your feeling for me. I just hope you forgive me for my foolishness, Jungkook said, looking at Taehyung's face and kissed his lips. I love you too, Cook, and I did forgive you, Taehyung said, opening his eyes. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Tae. You are okay? Do you have pain anywhere? Jungkook asked. Cook, I'm okay. Stop teaching me, Tae said, hitting his husband's chest, and Jungkook hugged him. Time escaped. After 3 weeks, here Taehyung was lying while reading a book of pregnancy. Jungkook came out of the bathroom and saw Taehyung. He smiled and leaned on the bathroom door. Taehyung noticed him and smiled. They sat straight and signaled Jungkook to come to him. Jungkook came to his wife and sat beside him. Jungkook, what happened? They shook his head and came closer to Jungkook. Jungkook being romantic. I see. They smiled and kissed Jungkook. He sat on his lap while kissing Jungkook. caressing his waist and squeezed lightly. They cried. Jungkook started kissing him hard. They both broke the kiss and joined their forehead while breathing heavily. Jungkook, I love you so much. Taehyung, I love you more, Cook. Jungkook smiled and watched the time. Jungkook, Taehyung, it's your medicine time. He got up and gave his medicine. He took the medicine and lay down on the bed. Jungkook lay next to him and hugged him in his arms. Jungkook started kissing his neck. Cook, what are you doing? They cried, mocking. You feel loved, making you feel loved, Jungkook said, and they punched him lightly. They both laughed. Jungkook, baby, they hummed in response. Jungkook, tomorrow we have doctor's appointment for your checkup. Taehyung looked up him. Taehyung, okay? Jungkook smiled and picked his lips. Then they sleep in each other's arm. Next day at morning, 10:37. Thanks, POV. I was getting ready for appointment with the doctor. I went outside and saw Jungkook. He saw me and he smiled. Jungkook, ready? Let's go. He nodded and we went inside. Left for hospital. Time escape at hospital 11:15. We went inside the hospital. Jungkook went to the reception. Jungkook, let's go, baby. We went inside the doctor's cabin. The doctor smiled at us. Check up. Doctor, so Mrs. Jeon, you are healthy but not that much. Eat healthy, do exercise, when to walk and take off your walk, and I'm not changing your medicine, just eat them on time to time. And the most important thing, don't take stress. Thanks, I smiled. Jungkook, thanks doctor. He nodded and he smiled. We left the hospital. Taekook, I want to meet Hyung. Jungkook, okay, I'm taking you to our parents' house. Then Jungkook said and drive towards his parents' house while he called his Hyungs there too. At Jeon mentioned, I'm so happy for you. What did the doctor said? Mrs. Jeon asked. I'm okay. All okay, mom. Just having some weakness. It will be all the fine. Congratulations, Taehyung. All the Hyung shot in union, and I smiled at them. Thanks a lot, Hyung. I said. Finally, this bad brother of mine got some brain. Hyung said. Slapping, Jungkook said, yeah, he stood up to understand that what he was doing in past. Namjoon joined Yoongi in pulling legs of his younger brother. They came with me. I will tell you a lot of stories of my pregnancy, Jin said, hugging. He dragged him with himself to the other corner of their house while all Youngs were busy with Jungkook. Finally, Taehyung was so happy in his life. He has everything now, a beautiful family, a handsome, loving husband. And for Taehyung, Jungkook's parents is world's most best parents. Also, he is going to be a mom soon. He and Jungkook going to be parents themselves. Time escape 9 months. Delivery day. Here Taehyung and Jungkook was sleeping peacefully, but then alarm rings. Jungkook slowly opened his eyes and turned towards his beautiful wife. He smiled while looking at Tae and his baby bump. He caressed his baby bump. Jungkook looking morning. Good morning, my little princess. Yeah, they got to know about that. The baby is a girl. Jungkook, see, your dad woke up. Now I have make breakfast. Taehyung was awakened by hearing Jungkook's voice. He was listening while smiling secretly. Suddenly the baby kicked him. Taehyung, Jungkook got startled. Jungkook, what happened? Hey baby, did your water broke? What happened? Tell me, why are you so silent, Taehyung? Will you shut up for a minute, Cook, so I can speak? Jungkook shut his mouth and looked down while pouting. Taehyung saw him inside. Taehyung, Cook, I'm sorry. Jungkook looked at him and shook his head. Jungkook, don't say sorry, Tae. I know it was my fault. Taehyung, no, actually the baby just kicked me. Jungkook, oh, I'm sorry. Taehyung, it's okay. He smiled while giggling. Jungkook also laughed and hugged Tae. At evening 4:25 p.m. Cook, give me some banana milk. Jungkook, wait. He ran towards kitchen and opened the refrigerator. He took a bottle of banana milk and poured it in a glass, went to the living room and with the banana milk and gave it to Taehyung. Actually, Namjoon, Hobie, Yoongi, Hobie and Jimin and Minho and his husband are there to meet Taehyung, and Jungkook, Yoongi, Jimin and Hobie are dating. While going with Taehyung to his workplace, Yoongi developed feeling for Jimin and soon Hobie met Jimin. The co-actor of Taehyung decided that he will date the twins' brother. So here are they. As Taehyung's delivery date is so near, Jin, guys, let's play truth or dare. Jin, look at Taehyung who was eating chocolate and drinking banana milk. Taehyung, what are you looking at me like that? Young, Jin, give me some chocolate. Taehyung, I will not give you it. I will not give it to you, Young. He said and took a bite of his chocolate and while crashing his bomb. Jungkook, yeah, Jin Hyung, let's play truth or dare and stop teasing my baby. What do you say, Hyungs? Namjoon, yeah, I mean, young men hope we are too. They all were busy in playing. Taehyung got up from bed and started walking towards their bedroom while holding his baby bump carefully, but suddenly he screamed loudly. Jungkook's baby, we were busy in playing, but suddenly we heard Taehyung's scream. We got up and ran towards the bedroom and saw Taehyung was shouting, Jungkook, Tae, baby, what happened? Taehyung, you freaking heck. Cook, why? My water broke, can't you see? Jungkook hid his eyes and started panicking. Jungkook, what should I do now? Jin, you stupid, let's go to the hospital. Namjoon, yes, let's go. He came back and picked Taehyung in his arm and ran towards the main door at hospital. Jungkook came inside with Taehyung in his arm. Doctor came to them and called nurse and stretcher. Jungkook lay down on the stretcher. Doc took him in emergency room. Taehyung was screaming so loudly, and soon after a cry filled the room. After some time, the doctor came out. As Jungkook went to him, Jungkook, doctor, how's he? He's good, as well as your baby girl, Mr. Jeon. After you can see in after 20 minutes when we will shift him in his ward. Doctor said after 20 minutes, Cook, our baby is so pretty. Taehyung slowly said. I know she is so pretty as her mom. Tae was exhausted but he blushed as his husband. I love you, Tae, Cook said and kissed his wife's forehead, and we all love you, Tae, Cook and baby Taegi. Everyone said all together and make the couple laughed, and the baby girl Taegi giggled at her crazy family. I love you too, Cook, they said and closed his eyes to sleep. He was exhausted to deal with his over happy family now and leave his once rude, cold husband to deal with all of them alone. The end. So everyone, here the story is end. I hope you will love it, and I'm not gonna work on a special episode as I have completely shown everything as per as I think. Okay, so keep waiting for the next story. Next, maybe I will walk a fluffy romantic Taekook FF because last few stories I have been writing dark themes, so I want to go with some romantic and fluffy stuff. I hope you will love it. Okay, bye bye. Bye.